welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine here at Jesselberry Sews. Welcome if you're new, or welcome if you're a return subscriber. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here. Just before we get into that, I just want to say massive thank you to anybody who's watched any of my videos, and thank you for being here watching this one as well. And if you're a subscriber or have subscribed, thank you. I got a notification at the weekend that said I hit 300 subscribers, which is massive. Obviously, I know it's not in the grand scheme of things, but I'm gobsmacked. Like, my jaw was on the floor. That's amazing. So just if you are not a subscriber, I would absolutely love it if you could hit that subscribe button. It is free. So today I want to talk you through everything I made in the month of July 2025. I'm going to stand up because, I don't know, I've chosen to stand up today. Don't know, nervous energy? We'll see. And I have my tablet just here in front of me where I've made some notes on what I've made. So if I'm looking over here, that is why. And let's get cracking. What I made in July 2025. So I need to caveat this with, I have made 9 items in July, and that feels like a lot. And that's not normal. I did have a week off at the start of July, and we didn't have a great deal of plans, so I spent obviously a lot of time sewing and cutting out and stuff, because that's what I enjoy doing. It's lovely, calming, therapeutic time for me. So that is why I have so many items, so don't think that's normal. It definitely isn't. But I do have a lot of things to show you. So on that note, let's get started with what I'm wearing. Now, I don't have a great deal of room, so I can't back all the way up to show you it properly, but I will always insert photos this side, I think, so you can see. I'm going to try and remember to put size information. I'm not very good at that, but all of the patterns will be linked in the description box where you'll be able to find that information anyway. So, let's get started with this. So this is, guess what? This is a Donny shirt, but I've hacked it into a dress. Now, like I said, I've not got a great deal of room here, so you can't quite see. Oh, let's pretend that didn't happen. So this is a Donny shirt hack, and I cropped it off probably waist height. Actually, it turns out this one's a little bit higher than waist height. I made a size 2XL. And one thing that I've done differently for this Donny shirt hack was I did I think they call it a broad back adjustment. So basically, when I was wearing my previous Donny shirts, doing this felt really tight across the back. And I've done, I think it was about 1 inch adjustment. And doing this is now no longer tight, which is wonderful. I have no idea if that's the right adjustment for that, but it has worked. So now I can do strange dance moves and hug people and sit like this on my disc. So yes, so I cut it off at the waist-ish. I have some ties. And the skirt piece is actually the skirt piece from the tie dress from Sewing Therapy, which I will talk about next, because I've also made one of those. That skirt piece actually just fit my Donny shirt pattern perfectly, so I thought, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, I'm just going to use the same pattern piece since it fits. It has pockets. They are anchored in at the waist, because if they're not anchored in the waist, what's the point in having a pocket flopping around? But yes, so ties as well. I was a bit lazy, and I've actually made these ties out of a completely different fabric than what this is made of, because I didn't want to fight the viscose. Judge me. So let me just tie that back so I look a little bit more presentable. So yeah, this is in a black and white marbly type of viscose. It is from Abercarn's Fabrics, I think. Yeah, I really like dresses where they come in at the waist, because my waist is my smallest part. so I like that definition. Yeah, it's just below knee. Again, I'll insert photos so you can actually see a better picture of it. But yeah, this was one of my makes. I'm showing my makes not in any particular order, just order or lack of. Another make I made in July was this, as I just mentioned, the tie dress by Sewing Therapy. So this one here in this paisley cotton poplin fabric from a Sew Hayley Jane subscription box. I have a bit of a story about this. If you are part of the Sew Hayley Jane's Thready Set Go, it's like social, well, highly recommend. I join on a Wednesday evening, so that's where you'll find me, chatting away with all the lovely people. Yes, so I like to batch cut. I started at the start of the month cutting everything out. So I cut out this with my fabric, and I had 2.5 meters, and I just, you know, happily was cutting away, cutting out a size. I cut out a smaller size than a previous version of this because it is very oversized. It's very comfortable, and I started making it up. If I show you the inside, it has like a fully lined bit, fully lined bodice to enclose the neckline. You can't really see that very well. Yeah. So I started making the bodice. I'd done the lining pieces. I'd put on the sleeves, and then I went to start on the skirt. And that's when I realised I'd actually only cut out one panel for the skirt. I was missing another panel. So I could have been walking around with my butt out. Nobody wants that. But luckily, the absolute wonderful human being, that is Sam from So Let's Sparkle with Sam, sent me her piece of fabric, which meant that I was able to ensure I had my dignity. So yeah, massive thank you to Sam. I was able to finish this dress. So I'll just put in some photos of me in it. So I made this 2 sizes smaller than a previous size. I had originally done the 20 way back last year. Actually, I think it was about this time last year. And this time round I made a 16, and as you can see, it is still roomy. Yes, the poplin is a little stiffer than the previous fabric I've used, but I don't think it's a problem. It's still comfortable to wear. It's still airy. Okay, so next up I want to show you my favourite make of July. That's my favourite because it's the most practical. So this is a hacked Mia Messenger bag. So this is my second Mia Messenger bag. But this one is, you know how new parents have a nappy bag for their baby? Well, if you watch my introduction to me and my sewing journey video, you'll know I have a little old lady doggo. She is 16, and obviously when they get older, they often have a few more accidents. And so I wanted to create basically a nappy bag for my dogs. So I can carry the essentials around, A, around the house, and B, when we go visiting family. Because obviously I don't want her causing issues at other people's houses. So I've got it here, and it is fully stocked, and you'll see how I use it. So this looks a mess. This is my fully stocked Mia Messenger bag, doggy nappy bag, I guess is what we can call it. I wonder if I can just, yeah, it is hefty. So in terms of what I did hack-wise, I put pockets on both sides, front and the back, and on the inside it is obviously lined. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just throwing stuff everywhere. It is lined in this absolutely adorable well, obviously dog lining fabric. Yeah, so this basically stores all kinds of essentials. We've got like antibacterial cleaner, we've got carpet cleaner, wipes, dog shampoo, everything that we may need when we're out and about with her. And in terms of the other hacks that I didn't insert the zip because I thought that'll just restrict my movement. It does have a little clasp though. That was my first time ever inserting one of those clasps. So that's that bag. That's a Mia messenger bag. I definitely recommend the pattern though. It's a wonderful bag. I know there's a bit of debate online about whether it's really a messenger bag because it doesn't have like the signature flap of a messenger bag, but I'm not precious. So I'm slowly but surely making a mess of my sewing room. Right. Let's have a look at... Oh, I never said about the fabric for that one. That fabric is from... It was a mystery box from Wasted Fabrics. I think I got it in their Boxing Day... No. Black Friday sale, maybe? I don't know, it was a 50% off for a mystery box. And I thought I'll try it. And I originally wasn't sure about the fabric. I'm not entirely sure what type of fabric it is either. But it's alright. Don't mind it. I don't think I'd wear it, but I quite like it in a bag. With this colours. So, next up, I want to talk to you about the Helens Closet Gilbert top. So Helens Closet turned 10 years old this year and they had a celebratory sale, and I got the Gilbert top in that sale because I've thought I've had my eye on that pattern for a while. I think the tie front's quite cute. However, I am a bit dubious about buttons and buttonholes. I'm getting better. I'm doing some more. So there are buttonholes on it. It is fully completed. Yeah, they're fine. I don't know what I'm hanging on that for. So this is it here. Ooh, ooh. I'll insert some photos of me in it. It is this, such a fun make. And it is in this pale blue with white, what are they, palm leaves? Very tropical, very resort dad wear, which to be honest is absolutely right up my street. I did a different yoke on the inside. This is just viscose slub linen, viscose linen slub. I don't know why I chose to do that. Fabric saving maybe. But I cut this out before I made the matching shorts, which I'll come to after this. So this is the Gilbert top. I really enjoy this top. I made a size, and I will tell you in a second. I made a size 20, which fits me really well. One different thing I did do, which is I only put 2 buttons on rather than 3, and I didn't use their placement either because I placed the buttons myself based on where I would want them for my bust, because, you know, problems and things. So that is that. I really enjoy this pattern. I wore it really recently, and I have absolutely realised I definitely need to do that broad back adjustment, or whatever adjustment that is, on shirts with yokes, because I think that's what causes the uncomfort for me. So that is that top. I really like that top. I will absolutely make some more of those tops because I just find them really comfortable. Yes, and I like the cute tie front. I don't mind cropped things because obviously a lot of trousers now are high-waisted, and although, as I keep saying, I am venturing into the mid-rise, I currently only have one mid-rise wearing out trousers. And then whilst we're on this blue white palm leaf print, now literally it was probably what, the 30th 31st of July, and I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if I can this is how it happens sometimes. I'm thinking, I wonder if I can enter into the Sew Together for Summer co-ord challenge that was happening in July. You know, like basically the last day of July, I decided that's what I wanted to do. And I had the tiniest remnant of this blue fabric left. And I wish I wasn't exaggerating when I said I had the tiniest remnant left. I'm trying to see if I have the exact 0.6 of a metre. And I don't even think it was the full width either. However, I made these very, very hacked shorts from a tiny remnant. So they are a hacked version of the these are a very hacked version of the Saguaro pants. So obviously they're cropped for short length. I didn't want to put the pockets in because that's more fabric. Instead I did these little side patch pockets as inspired by the Friday Pattern Company flaneur pants. I did a grown on waistband, but I did a much narrower elastic than the Saguaros ask for. And yeah, pictures. They fit fine. They may be just a touch tight, but you know, who cares? I was able to enter the Sew Together for Summer co-ord situation with this cute little set. Too bad I don't have a summery holiday to go on this year, but that is fine. I'll prance around the garden in them. Another thing I made, I feel like I am just going on forever now, aren't I? Right, another thing I made was this. Now, it is hung up on a trouser hanger because sometimes this is quite a stretch. So this is the, oh, it looks terrible off the hanger, doesn't it? Anyway, you'll get, I have pictures. I made a saltwater slip dress. Now, I really like the saltwater slip dress because I find it quite skimming. I like the waist ties. As I said, I love a waist tie moment. I made it in this fuchsia pink viscose stretch slub fabric, which was also from the So Hayley Jane subscription box 1 month. I made it, what is it? Just below knee length with a tiny little slit in it. Tiny little slit. I made this for a venture out for my sister's birthday because it was very hot that day. Yeah, I definitely recommend the saltwater slip dress because I think it is very flattering, if that's the term we're going to use. I'm just rattling through these now. I have no idea whether I'm at my second to last make or not. I've made notes, but I've not followed them. I can't be trusted, can I? Right. I have another make to show you, but I've lost it. Oh, there it is. So, speaking of hacking things. Now, I haven't given this a good press. So this is, oh, it looks terrible. I'll insert photos. My next make in, well, as I said, there's no order. Another make I made. Another item I made in July was a hacked version of the Tammy Handmade Naya tea. Naya tea? How are we saying that? Don't know. Yes. So I decided I might put sleeves on it because obviously with the weather being a bit warmer in the UK in the past like couple months, I am always cold. I'm only wearing okay at the moment because talking to you I'm getting a bit like nervous energy. Let's call it that. So I'm heating myself up. So I sometimes think I could probably do with a long sleeve top. That means my arms are covered, which helps keep me a little bit warmer. So I don't have to wear a jumper, you know, in the peak summertime. Because as I said, always cold. So I took the Tammy Handmade Naya, and if you're aware of the pattern, it has like a little sleeve cuff. But instead I omitted that and I just kind of really loosely drafted a very, very simple sleeve looking thing. And I mean, it works fine. For some reason, I don't know why, I think it's okay. I chose to put a little bit of elastic in the sleeve hem. And I'm not sure, I can't actually remember why I chose to do that, but I did. And it's fine. I guess it helps me pull up my sleeves. Yeah, so this is in a double gauze. Now I must admit, this must be some not great quality double gauze. I can't even remember where it's from. It's one of those lost stash fabrics. And it's bubbling and it's only had one wash. So not ideal. And I'm fairly certain it hasn't gone in the tumble dryer. I drafted a neck facing. And I slightly dipped the neckline as well. So that is a hacked pattern. You know, you won't believe I said I don't like hacking things. And I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 items in July. Maybe I do like hacking things. Maybe I don't like following instructions. We'll see. So, and then I think we might have a finally. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 7, 8. Hold that thought. Okay, so I've just checked. I have, alongside this top, in this photo I'm wearing another item I made in July. So I'd cut it out months ago, at the time when I was toiling this pattern. I cut it out and I very quickly moved on from the pattern. I don't know does that happen to other people? You get really excited about a pattern, make it, maybe cut out another 1 or 2, and then just put it to one side. And I realised it's already cut out, I'm going to have to make it. And for some reason, I cut off quite a bit of the rise for the front and the back, and I've ended up making them mid-rise. So this is another hacked, if you could call it hack, Chandler pants by Untitled Thoughts. So again, as I said, I've made this mid-rise by just shortening. I don't dislike them. I do just lounge around the house in them because I thought they'd look really cool, kind of punky, but I don't feel like that when I'm wearing them. So this fabric is from a So Hailey Jane's subscription box. I think it was February this year. They're fine. I wear them in the house. It's nice to have a lighter pair of trousers to lounge around in. So that's the Chandler pants by Untitled Thoughts. And then lastly, I have I mentioned it in my first couple videos. I nearly finished the Seafoam Shacket, which is a pattern by So Confident. So this is my second one of these. Let me show you it. I'll insert photos. So basically this is a really cute shacket pattern. It has a really nice, I don't think you can see it, deep back curved yoke. Can you see that? Let me see. And it has these really cute cuff detail, I think that's what we're going to call it. And you can insert ties as well, which I think is super adorable. So this is in a beige brushed cotton twill. I may or may not have flaneur pants in a matching fabric. And I have used a remnant piece of something from my stash, deep stash we're talking, for the lining bits and the little accents. And I did a patch pocket, perfect to put my phone in. I didn't do the inseam pockets because, as I said earlier, flappy pockets are not enjoyable, and they're not anchored into anything, so they flap, which is not fun because you put your let me step back. You put your phone in, and obviously phones now are quite heavy, so you put your phone in and then the pocket sticks out at the bottom, and I didn't enjoy that look. So that is this pattern. I made a size 16 maybe, when actually the pattern, the measurements put me in maybe a 22, 24. So it's supposed to be oversized, but I didn't want it to be massively oversized and look swamped in it. So I think this is just a nice balance between being oversized and fitting. So I love this. I love this Shacket pattern. I hit some elements with the instructions, but I believe if you buy the pattern you get access to the live recording of the sew along, which, if that floats your boat, it is perfect for you. I'm not great with things like that. I much prefer an actual intentionally recorded tutorial, but it still comes together fine. And I would count myself, I always describe myself as an enthusiastic beginner sewer, because, you know, I'm still self-taught. I still take to YouTube to find answers. And let me know what you think about this format. I haven't tried each of them on individually because you'll see, like, if I did that, you'd see me get more and more flustered and my hair would just fluff. I'd end up looking like Hagrid from Harry Potter, and I've moved away from that stage now. I don't want to do that. So I hope the photos are fine. Apologise for the longer video. I hope you don't mind. I did have a lot to go through. There will not be this many items for August, because there won't be. Thank you for watching. I would love it if you could hit the like button if you're not a subscriber. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. It is completely free. Please drop me any comments below. Let me know which one's your favourite. What do you think about my doggy nappy bag? Is that strange? I think it's quite practical. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye. But that is everything I made. Finally! That is everything I've made in July. Quite a lot of items. There will not be this many items in. There will not be this many items in. Bear with me a second. Go away.